movie is an old movie, a 1955 film called Rebel Without a Cause. Has anyone here ever seen Rebel Without a Cause? Classic movie. James Dean, Natalie Wood, Sal Mineo. 1955 movie about juvenile delinquents. The 1950s, the USA has a booming economy, but they couldn't figure out why there was such a rise in juvenile crime. And it wasn't crime against, low-income kids. They've had, that happens a lot. You have low-income kids who go rob a store or get into a fight or something like that. But these were wealthy, affluent kids in Southern California who were involved in criminal activities. What was going on with that? Why was this happening, right? And the movie, it's Hollywood, so they take kind of a psychoanalytic look at it. James Dean's character feels like his father is not strong and masculine enough. Natalie Wood's character feels jealous of her younger brother, feels like she's not getting enough affection. Sal Mineo's character is closeted gay, and his parents are living away, and he's being raised by a housekeeper, and they're wealthy kids from Southern California, but they're involved in criminal activities. At one point in the movie, the father of the James Dean character says, we bought you everything you could ever want. We bought you a car. We have a nice house. Why are you becoming a criminal? What is this about? Why are you engaging in these kind of activities? Well, it's interesting. Hollywood took a kind of psychoanalytic, pop psychology look at what was going on. But I think the reason that in 1955 there was a rise in juvenile crime among wealthy people in Southern California was because of what was going on in the world. Sure, the USA at that point had the highest standard of living in the world. People had more material commodities than they'd ever had. But all those houses, all those cars, all those hula hoops, all those 45 records were all dripping in blood. It was the blood of the Korean people being bombed and killed, 4 million killed when they tried to reunify the Korean Peninsula. It was the blood of people in Africa that were facing slaughter and attack when they tried to throw off the chains of colonialism. It was the blood of people in South and Central America who were also facing ugly coups and military dictatorships imposed by the United States. It was the blood of people in the southern United States living under Jim Crow segregation. It was the blood of the Chicano people who were also facing horrendous treatment in their own land after it had been stolen from Mexico. And that ugly reality was hanging over everything going on in the U.S. society at the time. It's funny, he died, but I had a racist grandfather in Missouri. I remember one time I was in the house with my racist grandfather, and he was trying to shut the screen door, and the screen door popped out and broke. And I remember he said, "God damn it, this house must be built on top of an Indian graveyard." And I was a kid, and I thought, what in the world does that mean? And I found out this was an old racist expression, right? It was a belief that the ghosts of Native Americans would come into houses and make things break, right? That's an old racist expression. This house must be built on top of an Indian graveyard. It was a racist expression. I'd never heard it, but as a kid, but my grandfather being an older guy who said these kind of things. But if you think about it, the United States, the entire United States is built on top of an Indian graveyard. And it's not just an Indian graveyard, it's an African graveyard, it's a Vietnamese graveyard, right? It's a graveyard of people from the Middle East, a graveyard of people from Latin America, U.S. imperialism. And when we talk about being socialists and revolutionaries, what separates us from those who might be reformists is that we're not looking to just kind of adjust the way things are. We want the country to be completely reborn, right? In the Islamic tradition, I learned when I was in the Middle East that they have a concept called haram, right? And they explain that if you steal some food and you eat it, it might make you sick. Or if you take out a usurious loan to get a house, that house will fall down or catch on fire. That when things are acquired in an impure way, they become corrupted, right? They talk about fruit of a poison tree in legal terms, right? When the origin is corrupt, the result is also corrupt. And that's why, as socialists, we represent a different current in U.S. history. We represent, the current of John Brown, Harriet Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, William Z. Foster, Gus Hall. We represent the revolutionary traditions of struggle, which have always battled against the ugly side of America, of colonialism, racism. We represent a call for refounding the entire country based on new systems of egalitarianism, compassion, human reason, and not greed and brutality. We call for a whole new America to be built based on an entirely new foundation.